Hello and welcome to the first video for the best new Apple products. Today we're looking back at the brand new Apple products that were released at the end of September. The iPhone 5, the new iPod Touch, and the new iPod Nano, plus the updated line of iPod Shuffles. First, we'll have a look at the iPhone 5. Now the iPhone 5 this has been the first iPhone where features have been released pretty much before it came out. We all knew what was coming, but there were so many rumors that lots of us got confused in which ones were real. So we have here the 4-inch screen. As you can see, 5 rows, not 4. Now there's been a lot of controversy with the iPhone 5, as many people don't like the update. I love the update and think it's a great iPhone. It's so thin, as you can see, 18% thinner, 20% lighter, and 12% less volume. Now, volume, no one really cares about volume. But lighter and thinner, that's what everyone likes. And I do like the slate on the black. Looks a lot more professional from Apple compared to the original aluminium casing. Now, the 4-inch screen, this is what everyone's been talking about. I love it. I love the 4-inch screen. It's a great achievement for Apple to be able to change the screen. Now, 4G LTE, moving on from the 4-inch screen, is great. I don't use 4G personally myself. I stick with 3G, but 4G is a great achievement. The A6 chip makes it a lot faster, though they weren't very clear with the RAM and if it was quad-core, dual-core. So they needed to be more specific on that normally. Now, the headphone jack is at the bottom, and the earpods are great. I've got them right now, and they are amazing. So much better than the originals. The new camera is great. Great update with the sapphire lens. And iOS 6 really does give it that punch, which I'll come back to later. Now, what everyone doesn't like is the new Lightning connector. It's horrible. Although it's great that now it's reversible, it's better, it's smaller, more compact, but everybody's gotten used to the 30-pin. I mean, all attachments have 30-pin connectors for iPhone and iPod. And to just take that away really is horrible from Apple. They didn't give any warning whatsoever. So right now, everybody's going to have to go out and buy all the new products. Plus, if they want to get the connector, it makes it more chunky, it doesn't sit right, it just makes it more of a hassle. And maps, well, maps could have been done better, but it's okay to start from. I mean, all maps had to start somewhere. Siri, still there. iOS 6, great mobile operating system. I love it. Everything except maps, but everything inside is great. Facebook integration, great. Passbook, still using, it's great. I've got to say, iCloud now working with the Mac, the iPhone, the iPad, and iPod Touch. Even though that came out with Mountain Lion, it's great with iOS 6 now as Facebook integration. It just makes it so much better. And now AirPlay is even better with the 3rd generation Apple TV. So let's go on to the iPod Touch. The iPod Touch now comes in 6 colors, although you can only see 5 here. The 6th is Apple's signature charity color, which is full red and white on the front, which I'll show you later. So as you can see, again, with the 4-inch screen. The iSight camera is taken exactly from the iPad 3, or the new iPad, whichever one you want to call it, or the iPhone 4, which both have 5-megapixel cameras. The new features on iOS 6, like Siri, is a great advancement for Apple, and it does work very well on the new iPod Touch. The dual-core A5 chip is great. It was in the iPhone 4S and works very well with it. All right, so let's go back to the iPod Nano. Now it comes in 7 different colors, and it's just great. The multi-touch display, the 2.5 multi-touch display is amazing. Really gives the iPod Nano something that it needed when it started, a multi-touch display, because that's where Apple's been going in the last 5 years. It really needed that. And the iPod Nano is used to having music. It's great now that they've added movies back in, as it's very easy, very portable to use. Bluetooth is now in there, so you can use it with speakers, headphones, and car audio, which you couldn't do before. And I forgot to mention that Apple TV now works with the iPod Touch, which is great. Still, with the Lightning connector, it's all right. I've said about it before, so I don't need to repeat what I said. iTunes, they need to have an iTunes application for the iPod Nano. That's one thing that they've lacked, is that the iPod Touch has it, but the iPod Nano doesn't. If they had that, it would make it so much easier to download music. And here's what I was talking about, the Apple Red. As you can see, it's going to the global fight for AIDS in Africa, which is great. It's great to see that Apple's giving a lot of its money away for people buying those. I know a lot of people will buy them. So this has been the first video for the best